Mr. Greenberg. Welcome to BetMGM tonight. And Seth, Cooper Flagg is a surefire number 1 overall pick to the Dallas Mavericks tomorrow night. The hype around the former Blue Devil is sure to be off the charts as the next season nears. What are your expectations for the likely franchise cornerstone? Whose game is most comparable currently in the league to Cooper Flagg's? And what is his ultimate ceiling as a pro?
To me, I think he's in the perfect situation because he doesn't have to be the guy that takes over. He's playing with eventually, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, P.J. Washington. So he's really fortunate in that he's going to be able to be plug and play with a perfect fit to play off of some of the best players in the country, and his versatility is what makes him so good because he impacts the game offensively and defensively. His defensive range is terrific. His defensive versatility is terrific. Offensively, he can initiate your offense. You can run your offense through him, but he never chases anything. He lets whatever happens, he makes the right play. I like the Scottie Pippen comparison. Mm-hmm. I think some people say Karolinko. I'm more like the Scottie Pippen, and he shoots it a little bit better. Jason Tatum eventually. But what he does is he makes winning plays. He makes the right play, and I think that's the thing that's so impressive. You think about the beginning of the year, he hasn't had that moment. Then he had that moment. All right, he had the 30-plus game against Pitt. And then, how does he impact the game? Well, in games he needed to score, he scored. If he got doubled, he made the right pass. He got a defensive rebound, he initiated the fast break. He just has a great feel and a competitive spirit that makes him so unique and so ready to play, especially with a team. He had more pressure this past year as a freshman at Duke at 17 years old, being the number 1 high school player in the country, than he'll have next year because he's going to be playing with, 3 basically, all NBA players in AD and Kyrie and Klay. So, it's really you guys follow this thing. Name me another overall number 1 pick that is came into a situation where he didn't have to be the face of the franchise.
That's a great point. Can't think of one off the top of my head. Excellent. Not in the NBA, at least. Coach, what do you make of this whole Ace Bailey situation where, there were teams that he didn't want to work out for? He's canceling meetings with teams, but would you draft him? And what do you like and dislike about the player on the floor?
Well, look, he's wired to score. The guy's a big-time scorer. He creates separation. Shot selection not always great, but he has legitimate range, creates separation. Has a little Rashad Lewis in his game. Remember Rashad Lewis?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
He a little immature. He's only 18 years old, and he has immaturity. I'm not sure he has great people around him, but he's trusting those people around him, which I don't know if was good or bad. He does love ball, but his immaturity shows in a lot of ways. Like, they commit to Rutgers. We're going to win a national championship. Had no clue of how hard college basketball was, even playing with Dylan Harper. We interviewed him at the NBA Combine, and we asked him what his weaknesses were, and he goes, I have none. Immaturity. But a talented guy that can really, really score. Now, Philadelphia's got to figure out is, if I'm Philadelphia, I'm building my team around Tyrese Maxey. End of conversation. He's the focal point of our team, not Joel Embiid. So you got to figure out who's the best player to play next to him. And is my locker room strong enough to teach this guy how to be a winning NBA player? Because if he doesn't have great leadership, then I think that, he will struggle.
Completely agree. So we talked about Cooper Flagg, and I thought that was a great point. He doesn't have to step in and be the guy right away. Do you think that there is another guy in this draft? You brought up Dylan Harper that eventually can be a superstar, an all-star, other than Cooper Flagg as the number 1 overall pick. Who else do you like?
Yeah, I really like Dylan Harper. It'll be interesting if he goes to San Antonio because that'll be Harper, Fox, and Stephen Castle was the rookie of the year in the NBA. Now, they all could play together, and they all have floor games, and they all are unselfish, but they don't shoot it great. And I'm not sure you can play those 3 guys with Wembanyama because you need some people that can make shots. I really like Trey Johnson. I think the guy's a bucket. He's got a little Ray Allen in his game. He's really good moving off the ball, and he can really shoot it. And he sees open defense. He's improved as a passer. He's a good cutter. And I'm a huge Jeremiah Fears fan. I think he's got a little Kyrie Irving in his game. I think that he's got a shake to his game that is really, really good and unique. And got a lot of different ways to finish at the rim, dynamic off the bounce. I am really, really impressed with him.
Yeah, so am I. Guys, tough as nails. They certainly showed that at Oklahoma last year under Porter Moser. We're talking to Seth Greenberg, ESPN college basketball analyst, two-time ACC Coach of the Year. And make sure you follow him on X, where he's always giving it to you there, at Seth on Hoops. Again, on X, at Seth on Hoops. Seth, I'm an Illinois basketball enthusiast, and I am overjoyed. Two Illini are going to likely walk the stage on Wednesday. What are your thoughts on Kasparas Giacochonis and Will Riley? Of the two, which one do you feel has a higher ceiling, and any ideal team fit, in your opinion, for either one of those prospects?
Giacochonis, when he was healthy and when he was fresh, he was really, really impressive early in the season. I mean, it was clinical, his ball screen offense game, and his ability to see all five defenders, read the tag, read the short roll. Not a great shooter, but I think he's a good enough shooter to have an impact. Anyone that needs a point guard, and anyone that needs a point guard, he's going to struggle a little bit early on defensively, but he is a terrific passer. He has a maturity about him, and he's a guy that the ball will have energy. The ball will not get stuck. Will Riley, and his stuff is all about the future. At games he looks great. Games he disappeared. He can really, 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 shoot. When he gets going, he can really shoot it. He's got to get stronger. He's got to get a little bit more physicality, playing off the bounce to a spot. He gets pushed off his line a lot of times. And let's face it, maybe not in the regular season, but if he goes to a team that's in the playoffs, it's a different game in the playoffs, man. I mean, you've got to, guys get arrested for stuff that goes on in the playoffs.
There's no doubt about
both of those players. I think Riley overall. I think he's further away. I think Giacochonis, because of his maturity and his set position and his body and his strength, I think he's further along.
Yeah, I totally agree. Seth, real quick, we only got about 30 seconds left. Give me one under-the-radar player, maybe late first rounder, maybe slips to round two, they think is going to overachieve the next level.
Walter Clayton. Love him.
Yeah.
I think Walter Clayton's going to go. He's going to go probably, I'd say, like 24 to 30, maybe. And I think Walter Clayton is. He could be Fred VanVleet before he's done.
Ooh.
Wow. I love that comp, and I think that is an excellent call. It's flying way under the radar, grossly undervalued, and a guy is sure to slip and at a minimum to late first round. Outstanding stuff from Seth Greenberg, ESPN college basketball analyst, two-time ACC Coach of the Year. Give him a follow, folks, on X, where he's always giving it to you there, at Seth on Hoops. Again, on X, at Seth on Hoops. Coach Greenberg, we appreciate the time. Enjoy the NBA draft, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, Coach.
You got it, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
There he goes, Seth Greenberg. Excellent points. I absolutely love that take on Walter Clayton Jr. When I was looking at some of the mock drafts, that was dumbfounding. It was head-scratching. I saw in a couple of mocks, he's going in the early second. I mean, the guy just won a national title. He was a keycock. He was an arc assassin and a guy that can distribute and create. I think he's got an excellent game. He's going to play quite well at the next level.
I do too. And in that Mario, right before we went on the air, Mario said that they asked him, what was it? If you could have dinner with one person, who would it be? And he said Eric Spoelstra twice.
It was three people. And he said Eric Spoelstra twice. Yeah.
Yeah. That seems like the perfect heat culture kind of guy too. A winning player, could shoot the rock, has the handles. Yeah, I thought that was a really good point by Coach.